Introducing the PowerMac G5, the world's fastest, most powerful personal computer.
Hello everyone. So first of all, sorry for the crappy audio. I don't really have a way to hook up a microphone right now. I have an idea for what I'm going to be doing with my channel, what I'm going to be focusing it on. So I recently acquired several PowerPC Macintosh computers, including this G5 here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a series of videos about repairing and upgrading these computers, and sort of how things go with that, my trials and tribulations with them, things like that. So this particular G5 here is the single processor 1.8 gigahertz model that came out in 2004. It's got 4 gigabytes of DDR memory. I've upgraded the video card to an ATI Radeon 9600 XT. I've added a USB 2.0 card. I've added a couple of hard drives here. It originally had the base 80 gig hard drive, which was definitely not enough storage, so I took 2 spare 320 gigabyte drives I had and put them in there. It's got the standard combo drive. This machine has been performing pretty well for me so far, although it does have a few issues. The primary issue I've had with it is that it has bad capacitors. So I know at some point I'm going to have to replace the motherboard in this thing. The behavior of it has been somewhat flaky. It came with the 4 gigs of RAM and the base GeForce FX 5200 video card. I upgraded the video card and I added the USB card and I added an Airport Extreme card. Although the reception on that's not very good. That's actually why the side panel is off right now. So I have several other PowerPC machines, as I mentioned. I have 3 PowerBook G4s, 1 titanium model, 1 15-inch aluminum model, and then the 17-inch aluminum model. I have also an iBook G4, and I have a MacBook, although the MacBook's broken, and this is going to be about PowerPC machines, so I probably won't be featuring it in my videos. I've already ordered parts for the PowerBooks to fix what was wrong with them and upgrade them and some things like that, and I'll be making some more videos about that, I think. About this whole thing, so what I've been doing with this G5 here is I've sort of put away my gaming laptop for the past week or so, and I've been challenging myself to use just this as my primary machine in combination with the iBook G4, which I take to work with me. It's been going pretty well so far, although there are a few things you will not be doing on a PowerPC machine. The main one of which is, of course, watching flash video of really any kind. Unless you have like a dual processor PowerMac G5, there's really not any PowerPC machine out there that's fast enough or powerful enough to play flash video very well. Which kind of sucks for me because I use Hulu a lot to watch television shows. So I've sort of had to find some workarounds for that. YouTube works okay if you download the Click to Flash extension in Safari. It lets you click on the video and load it in QuickTime Player, and it plays fine that way. But flash video is just a no-go. Games are fine. Older Mac games run pretty well on it, especially with the upgraded video card that's in there. And of course, any sort of music playback through iTunes is just fine, although the latest version of iTunes you can run on a PowerPC machine is 10.6. And speaking of software, the latest Apple operating system you can run on any PowerPC machine is 10.5.8. It is important to consider that if you do choose to mess around with these machines, that you're not going to be running Lion or Mountain Lion or anything like that on them. You're going to be stuck with Leopard, and that's all you get. Although there are some alternative operating systems for these, and I might make a video about those in the future. So a little bit more about this G5. This was the base model. I put that in quotes because it was considered the low-end model, even though it cost $1,500 when it was released. I think it was like $14.99 when it was released. As far as ports go, it's got analog audio in and out, it's got optical audio in and out. It's got 3 USB ports, which is really not enough. That's why I added the USB PCI card to it. It's got 2 FireWire 400 and I believe a FireWire 800 port. Ethernet and 56K modem, although of course I'm not using the 56K modem, although I'm sure some people still were when this thing was released in 2004. I've completely disassembled the machine. I cleaned all the dust out of it. I made sure it's in good as working order as I can, in spite of the bad capacitors. This thing does put out quite a bit of heat. It actually puts out a lot more than I expected. It makes my room almost uncomfortably warm when I use it for anything, really. I mean, even web browsing, it puts out really unreal amounts of heat. It's worse than pretty much any other machine I've ever used. The only thing I had that put out a similar amount of heat was a Bitcoin mining rig that I had several years ago, and that was only when I was mining with the thing. It wasn't just idle. This thing puts out that much heat when it's idle, which is pretty unreal. And considering the size of the heatsink in this thing, it doesn't surprise me that Apple never put these in laptops. So if you want to see more of this kind of stuff, go ahead and subscribe to me, subscribe to the channel if you want to, and like the video if you like it. Talk to you later.